So I got back from the boat on the July 2nd, and I brought all the sails, like I said in that video, and I looked at the internet, and my light on my bike is on these dating sites. And I've been on a lot of first meetings. I've met a lot of really interesting people. Somehow it never goes anywhere. It just, I don't know what the deal is. I haven't been really a bar person for a number of years, and it seems that it was much easier to find a drunken girlfriend and have a long-term relationship with somebody you didn't know. I was coming back here to just do a couple of quick jobs for my boss and then head back for the boat. Get some more work done on it. And found one of my favorite girlfriends on a dating site. Last I'd known, she was married and happily married and had a daughter, and it's been 16 years since I'd seen her. Went to her house and met her daughter. She was great too. Really liked both of them. Very easy to get along with her still. We were very compatible people. What happened that broke us up is kind of just unfortunate. But this is an elementary school over here. I'll sit here in the shade for a minute. I didn't know that I was in love with her until it was too late, and I lost her, and she found some other guy and married him and had the kid. And the next week I went and did karaoke at the VFW with her. Her brother is the veteran. We talked about lots of things, including my family and her family, and we even talked about my cousin Mike, who went out and lived under a bridge and started drinking a lot. He was basically begging on the street corner, panhandling, and we talked about how we should, what maybe we could do to try to help him. And the very next day, he was dead. He I'm guessing drank himself into a stupor and climbed into bed at like 5 in the morning, and he was living in this little camper. That next day was 97 degrees outside, and he just cooked himself like a pet or a child left in a hot car. He was too drunk to wake up and get himself out of there. That's my guess as to how it happened. I'm sure it was alcohol related. I just don't know, the exact details on how that happened. But over the next couple of weeks, we had the funeral, and there were a lot of emotions. She came to the funeral with me. She was very supportive, but for that first 2.5, 3 weeks, we weren't really able to actually get any time to just be with each other and just hang out and relax and have fun together. And everything was always serious or weird and uncomfortable. And she told me basically her last 16 years life story, and the last guy she was dating was very abusive. It only just ended a couple of months ago, and so in essence what came to pass was that she wasn't ready for a relationship, and she wasn't allowing our relationship to progress because of that. She was too hung up on the idea that I was going to hurt her, or that maybe she could get that guy back. I don't know. All I know is that she tried too hard. She said she was trying really hard, and I was like, well, that isn't what we want. We don't want to try real hard. And I met this girl, Emma. Emma's a really sweet lady. She's just a couple years younger than me. She's from Romania. She grew up actually under the Russian rule, and She's here in Boulder, fresh into town to get her master's degree in psychology. And we went and hung out a whole lot. We spent some time walking around on the outdoor mall here in Boulder. I didn't get any video of it or anything. She doesn't know anything about the vlog. She really wanted to see the outdoors and go on a hike, so I took her up in the mountains, and we walked around by Gross Reservoir above Boulder. It's Gross, Gross Reservoir, but it's pronounced Gross. Gorgeous clear water, high mountain reservoir with no motorboats in it. It's just, I think they might allow rowboats, and that's about it. A lot of fish in there, but they're stocked. They drive right up and dump them in right out of the truck. But we drank a bottle of wine, ate some cheese, told each other our life stories, determined that we were not a good couple because she wants to live in the city, she's obsessed with money and having wealth and power and whatever else, and I'm kind of more like into sailing, and although I'd love to have wealth, it's not like I'm preoccupied with it. It became quite clear to me that that's what she wants out of a relationship. She wants somebody who's going to be wealthy and stable, in her opinion. And I'm not that, I guess. I don't have any debt. I don't have any loans. I've been at the same job for 10 years. I have lots of savings. And I'm pursuing a patent, and I told her about this patent I'm going to pursue. I'm trying to get my life, as everybody knows by watching my videos, I've been trying to get my life minimized, less stress, less responsibility, less things that I have to deal with, so that I can concentrate on more important things than a fish tank or mowing my yard or painting my wall or fixing the roof or whatever, fixing the second car I didn't need. Did a bunch of work to the truck, replaced a bent rear axle, GoPro suction cup mount on the side of the truck is how I figured out it was bent, because I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't see it. Wrong part of the truck to see it. And I replaced the water pump and the serpentine belts and both of the tensioner pulleys, because, well, and I'd wanted to do that before I went to California. I really needed to, and it was good I did. The belts were seriously cracked. It's amazing they didn't pop loose when I was in the middle of Nevada or something. And I went to the dog park, and Emma invited me to have a beer at a bar that we'd gone to one time before, and we went over there. We drank our one beer each. And she'd already been bugging me about it, and it's like one of my top priorities. The boat and the patent are really the only. We're almost down to where they're the only two things left to deal with. And although the vlog is about the boat, the fact is that I'll be able to sail a lot more if I was able to get the patent and sell the patent off to some company who could actually produce the product. I told her I'm trying, and I don't know what you want me to do, and it just got worse and worse, and the argument got worse and worse. And I mean, it wasn't exactly an argument. It was more like a why can't you read my mind, and why aren't you already rich kind of a thing is how it felt to me. And figured out how to fix the problem for an hour and a half, standing in this middle of the parking lot. Eventually she told me just go away, and I did. Packed it up and I went away. And that was a week ago. And in that week I helped Jerry get some stuff done around the house. Ever since the little argument, she doesn't call me, she doesn't tell me when we're going to meet at the dog park. I told her that I missed having her as a friend, and that I wish we hadn't gone out for that beer. So in the last 2 months, needless to say, I lost my 16 years ago ex-girlfriend again. That was pretty hard on me. I lost my cousin. That one's still hard on me, and I thought I'd found a really good friend, and that seems to be out the door too. Needless needless to say, I haven't really been in the mood to put out videos. So, bought a new mainsail. It's a Doyle. It's 1 inch longer on the foot. Same exact height on the luff as the one we already have. Got all the sails back out here and measured them all out. I got a little video of that too. My boss is doing heroin in his office, which isn't good. Most likely that's going to end the company, which is exactly why I planned on getting my patent done, and exactly why I've been trying to minimize my life so that I can do that. I can't do anything about Shawn. She doesn't want me in her life anymore. Can't do anything about Mike. He's dead and buried. Burned. Yeah, didn't bury him. They cremated him. And I don't know what to do about Emma. I don't want to be in a relationship if all it is about money. If the only thing that matters is what size house we can buy in the city, it's not for me. I wish we could be friends. And Mike, I miss you, buddy. Right, this one is the stay sail, one that makes us a cutter. It's a little different, and it's not that tall. Here it is. It's a Peterson 34 3.5 ounce dual stay sail. This one, it's still running. This one deserves a closer view. Here's the blooper, which is not a spinnaker, but it's like the other side. I don't know.